is no accurate measurement in making your hair bow. It all depends on what you want. If you want it too big, you need to cut your length and your width of your fabric in big sizes. Like this one measures 7 inches by 5 inches. It's way too big. If you want it too small, you cut it the width and the length in small sizes. The finished product look of this is 4 inches by 2. If you want it medium, it all depends on how you cut it out. So today I'm going to be showing you guys on the 3 different methods of making your hair bow using your sewing machine, hand stitching, and of course your glue gun. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy from Manify Designs. Keep watching as we keep going. Okay guys, this is my first method of making the hair bow, and I will be using a glue gun, and I added a fusible interface into my fabric. It's really optional, but I like it because the fabric looks light and it makes it strong with the sturdier with the fusible interfacing. I have a tutorial on how to make that in case if you do not know how to add the fusible interface into your fabric. So what I did there was to fold inwards, and as I fold, I always finger press. You may use your iron to iron them out, but all I do basically there is to finger press it like so, bringing it inwards like so. I think the video explains better on the folding. So in this part is a paper towel. I just want to be demonstrating on how you can make the plates, like a hand fan. The way it folds inwards and outwards, inwards and outwards. That is basically what I'll be doing here. So if you follow this, it will be easier for you when you are using your fabric. Okay, you fold in and then out, in, out, until you get to the end part of it. So this is how it looks. Like I said earlier, this is just a demonstration on how to do it. So we'll be moving back to our fabric to carry out the same process. Okay, it's really easy. Just keep folding inward, outward, inward, outward, and you always make sure that if you're starting by inwards, the end part should be inward, should end by inwards. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but yeah, that is the way it's to have a better look. You must do it that way. So all I'll be doing is to drop in my glue on the folded edges like so. So when you fold, you can put the glue at the back and then just to make it to glue in place. Then you keep it to dry. The short fabric measures 2 inches by 4 inches. I will be gluing it in place too, just like a bias tape. You glue fold inwards like so, and then fold again. Yeah, the video explains better. So this method is good for you if you do not have a sewing machine at home or a needle and thread. You can go by using this very glue gun to make your beautiful fabric bow. So all I'll be doing right now is to wrap the small piece around the center of the fabric or the bow like so. and then cut out the excess if there is any excess in yours. When you're making your fabric bow, you can choose any fabric at all. You can use silk, lining, or woven fabric. Any fabric at all goes with it. So the second method, here is my measurements, 8.5 inches by 5 inches. You can make it too big if you like, and you can also add your feasible interfacing, but in this one I did not add. So I just folded up the inner part like so, and then refolded again like so. So when you're folding this, make sure that one part overlaps the other. That will give it a better look at the end of your project. I hope you can see what I'm saying. Overlapping the other part is really important in this very step. And then your needle and thread, my needle and thread is ready to be sewn. This is what I do with it. You sew in and out, in and out, in and out. And I used double thread in my thread just to make it strong. You might use single thread if you like, but I think double thread works better. So when you get to the end of it, of the bow, you just pull it out like so, and then you just use it to like go around over it again. And then you make your knot. In this part, I'll be using my a ribbon for the center. You may use the same kind of fabric. I just decided to use a ribbon, maybe 6 centimeter or 8. It's not really necessary, but just when you go over it like 2 times, 3 times, you're good to cut it out, to cut the essence out. Yeah, and we're using a glue gun to put that in place. Yes, and that is the end of the second method. And then the next method is the third method, which is the last method, which the measurement is 8.5 inches by 12 inches. You can also use a feasible interfacing in this very fabric. So I'm going to be using a sewing machine to make this very one. Because I have been sewing this part and leaving a small gap, not sewing it. And the small piece measures 2.5 by 6 inches. With right sides together, you sew them like so. Look at the small gap you're going to be using to turn your fabric out. So before you turn your fabric out, I will also go to my sewing machine to sew the both ends. You may zigzag the edges if you like, that is optional, but I did it. I zigzagged those edges. And then now I'm going to be turning the right sides out, like so. you may use your scissors to bring out the edges out, and then you can give it a press if you like. And then the tube, I'll be turning the right side out with my safety pin, like so. Okay, here is it. In this part, you might either fold towards your length side or your width side. If you decide to fold it this way, the bow is going to come out shorter. But if you decide to fold it the other way, the length side part, then it's going to come out longer in size. So for me, I prefer going by the longer side because I want my bow to look bold and, you know, big. So I'll be going by this part, moving inwards, outwards, inwards, outwards. So I'll be using my small piece to wrap it around. Yes, you're gonna face the same part upwards like this. I hope you understand what I mean. And I'm moving over to my sewing machine to sew it in place, which I just did, and I just cut out the excess. Now I'm just trying to turn the right side out, to turn it out. I hope you can notice the difference between the two. This looks bigger than the other one. So these are my 3 bows, fabric bows. Yes, they look so beautiful. I hope you like them, and I hope you can be able to make your fabric bow with this tutorial. I'm happy the way they turned out, so beautiful. You can use it for anything at all, for embellishment, for your hair. Like the silver color, I'll be using it for my head wrap. Yes, and I'll be uploading the video soon. So for the back, you can use either of these clips, alligator clip, or these very long ones. All you need to do is just to, you might either push them inside the center, or you can just glue them in place with your glue gun. The choice is yours. In this one, you can just fix it like so, and then pin it on your hair. Yeah. If you have watched up to this point, I really want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please give it a like and do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. For my old subscribers, thank you, and keep coming to watch me. Bye.